This is pound per pound the rarest and the most expensive piece of meat in the world. It's an A5 Olive Wagyu whole tenderloin. This is just impossible to find and buy. The only reason I was able to get one is because I had a steak tournament against the meat mafia, and they have now paid up their dues. If you have not seen that video yet, I highly recommend you checking it out after this one, because now the first thing I gotta do is to clean it up. Getting a whole tenderloin like this is way better than buying it already trimmed. Not only is it gonna be a lot cheaper, I'm also gonna be able to use the leftovers for other things. Now the first thing to do is to remove all of the external fat and silver skin. For this, I took my time. I want to go nice and slow and avoid by all costs taking out a lot of meat. And every time I could, instead of using my knife, I went ahead and used my fingers. This part is called the chain, and it's going to be great for some stir fry. We just gotta clean up the external fat. The head, on the other hand, I also have some great uses for it. Removing it nice and slow is the way to go. In the end, I was left to work on the tenderloin itself. That I went really slow, remove all of the silver skin as much as possible, because once I was done trimming everything, this is what I was left with. A fully trimmed A5 Olive Wagyu whole tenderloin. This is a very special day. I have never experienced an Olive Wagyu tenderloin, and today we're about to find out how good it really is. So this part right here is the head. I'm going to be using it for a future video. Now the little trim is from the chain that I showed you previously. We're going to be making an incredible side dish with this, because now it's time to reveal the star of the show, as I need to cut these tenderloins into steaks. And as soon as I took my first slice, wow, it did not disappoint. This is marbling at its finest. Cutting out 1.5 inch steaks of this caliber of meat is something I might never be able to do again. It's something that I will never forget, because once I was done, take a look. By far the greatest piece of meat that ever sat down on my cutting board. Since I have several steaks, we're going to be cooking every single one of them a little bit different. And here's how it's going to go down. First, I lay them down on a baking sheet with some parchment paper. This last one will be for a future video. Now that I have them ready, it's time to get it seasoned. I kept it real simple. A good amount of salt, followed by garlic powder and freshly ground black pepper. But there's one ingredient that goes really well with steaks, and that is butter. And today I'm going to be making two very special butters. The first one involves this, garlic chips. If you've never had it, you don't know what you're missing. Now to cut this thing, you can use a knife. However, if you have a mandolin, it's a much easier job, because the next thing to do is to render a little bit of the trimmings. For that, I threw about half a pound of fat into a non-stick pan. You see, all I'm really looking for is for the fat to render, and that's because I'm going to be using that to fry up the garlic. Because once I was done, I went ahead and saved those fats to make some sandwiches, and immediately went in with the garlic chips. Now here's the key about frying garlic chips. Keep the temperature as low as possible. It will burn super quick, and another tip I can give you is keep moving it. That way they're not gonna get stuck to each other. Because once you're happy with it, the next thing to do is to go ahead and strain the Wagyu fat. We're gonna be using this to make the compound butter. Now to make the Wagyu garlic compound butter is super simple. I first started with a high quality butter, and as you know, the Wagyu garlic fat, as it's hot, it's like this. But if you let it cool down for a little bit, take a look. It becomes solid once again, and that is the next ingredient to be added to this compound butter. I'm also going to be using something that has a lot of umami flavor, and that is this, a cured egg yolk. The next thing to do is to go ahead and mix everything up, and my garlic Wagyu compound butter is now ready. However, we are not done yet. We still got one more, but this one is even simpler, and that's because I'm going to be using this special ingredient, miso sauce all-purpose seasoning. I first started with room temperature butter, followed by a good amount of that miso sauce. Mixed everything well, and my compound butter is now ready. I cannot wait to find out which one is gonna be better. But first, we gotta make an incredible side dish, and this one, it's also super simple to make. The first thing to do is to go ahead and make a sauce. So into a tray, I put in some soy sauce, followed by mirin, a tiny bit of sake, some chili paste, garlic paste, ginger paste, and white miso. Now mix everything well and combine these ingredients because our sauce is done. It is going to be perfect to finish it off the stir fry. Talking about that, the next thing to do is to go ahead and get it seasoned. For that, I went with salt, followed by freshly ground black pepper and garlic powder. So after mixing everything up to ensure that all of them was fully seasoned, outside we went to fry this up really quickly. I threw in a little bit of avocado oil into my wok, and as you can see, this thing is extremely hot. That was exactly what I was looking for, because you see, I'm trying to get a crust on this as fast as possible. Tossing it up and moving it like this will also give it some wok heat. way. Once I was done and happy with the color, I went ahead and added that sauce we just made, as the only thing left to do was to go ahead, mix everything together, and plate it up on a nice beautiful dish. Finish it up with a little bit of parsley, and this is today's side dish. I can guarantee you one thing, it will be the best stir-fried I've ever made. Don't believe me? You just wait and see, because the only thing left to do is to go ahead and cook these 3 beautiful steaks. First, I'll be putting a nice wonderful sear in all of them. Then I'll be cooking them in indirect heat until I reach an internal temperature of 135 degrees Fahrenheit. But now that we have everything ready, I say it is enough talking and it is time to cook our beautiful steaks, so let's do it. All right, everybody, here we got our beautiful steaks today, gentlemen. What you guys think?
Oh, they're beautiful.
And I got side dish. Check out my side dish.
That's the best side dish ever. Wow. Steak with a side of steak, yeah?
And for here on the side dish, to break a little bit of the acidity, I have some sushi rice with vinegar and some garlic chips.
Awesome.
Nice. I can't think of a more perfect side dish for Guga. We got steaks, and more steaks.
As you guys know, I had a big competition with the Meat Mafia. Today, they paid up, boy.
Oh, you made the Mafia pay? Oh.
Mafia paid up. You should go watch that video because that was an epic video. Probably one of my favorite videos I've done so far this year. Quick reminder, everybody, my book tour is going on right now. I'll be in these cities for the next few weeks. Love to see you guys there. All links will be in the description. Enough talking.
Okay.
Let's give it a try.
You don't need that knife.
Oh, you don't need a knife at all.
You don't need it.
Enough talking, let's give it a go. You ready?
Yes.
Cheers.
Cheers.
Oh,
No, that's fire.
Guga, wow.
it is so tender. Tell me about the flavor. Leo is in shock.
Wow. You taste an insane amount of charcoal flavor. It's perfectly seasoned. So much flavor in every single bite. You have to put such little effort into actually chewing this steak. Hits your tongue and immediately dissolves. This is, you said it best, it's a treat.
This is the ultimate version of my favorite cut of steak.
It is delicious, okay?
Oh, we get some rice too?
You get some rice to cut out a little bit of the acidity. I'm gonna give you also some, so you can have some experience, Leo, some garlic chips. Now, these garlic chips, I don't know if you guys can hear it. It's literally like potato chips, but it's garlic, everybody. Cheers.
Cheers.
A quick little refresher.
Those garlic chips, they add a nice little crunch to that rice.
They do, right? Isn't it great?
That rice is the perfect counterbalance for the steaks. The little bit of vinegar on it completely washes all that fat out.
Perfect reset right here with the rice. Let's dig in for the second one. Please, let's go. Dig in. Let's give it a go. Cheers, everybody.
Cheers.
Oh,
Damn. I really didn't think you could do better.
me neither.
What are you doing to me, man?
Guys, this steak is like this steak, but creamier, a little bit of a different flavor on it. Definitely got like a buttery feel.
It's garlic, a lot of garlic.
This steak is so soft, it's like you're biting into a cloud.
It's like Jello.
So this one has a compound butter that I used from the fat of the garlic. I mixed it together with some egg yolk. This is phenomenal, everybody. Which one do you guys like it better so far? The first one or the second one?
Second one for me.
I go with the second one, but my heart says the first one, you know, just because it's so natural, you know, it's just the traditional steak.
Listen to me, everybody. If you have opportunity to do both, do it.
Exactly, there you
But
go.
I will say this, I would like to try that one.
Yes.
And let you guys know which one is gonna be the best, please.
I want to stop you and say, let's go for the side dish, but it's just like, I'm going to stop the steak for more steak. Like, this doesn't really feel
Let's
right.
go for the side dish. This steak is almost the same thing. Okay, so this one here, it's like a little stir fry, has a little bit of Japanese flavors to it.
Man, Guga, you were not kidding when you said that this video is just the best of the best.
It is the best of
Oh
the best.
my God, I'm
Yeah.
so excited.
Cheers.
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 Oh,
Wow. That's as good as both of these steaks.
I really like the flavor profile on this side dish too, because the steaks were very traditional, very savory, very rich, but this has like a little bit of sweetness. I also get a little bit of spiciness too. It's delicious. A very nice change of pace from the steaks that we're having so far.
I agree 100%.
Really good.
Enough. I want to try that last one and give you guys an honest opinion. Dig in, please. Cheers, everybody.
Cheers.
Cheers. Wow. Ooh. That one, the richness just punches you in your face, bro.
Yeah.
So different. The middle one's a little bit more savory and sweetness. This one is 100% savory
Yeah, savory and rich.
and rich.
Strong.
Like strong flavor.
That's like you try it and when you describe it to your friends, you go like this.
But if you had to pick only one for them to really give it a try, you're gonna go with that last one?
I'm going with it.
That one is like a miso compound
Like,
butter.
That one's killer, bro.
If I had to choose one right now, my favorite steak is the middle one.
Nah, man, I'm going with this last one. It's too much flavor, you know?
Honestly, I gotta give a big shout out to the Meat Mafia. Thank you for allowing us to give this a try and let you guys know how this tastes, everybody.
Thanks, by the way. Yeah, this is
Yeah,
real
thank
good.
you,
Thank
Guga.
you. Yeah.
No, thank the Meat Mafia. Because I'll tell you one thing, it is the best thing you ever put in your mouth, everybody. Guaranteed. If you have not pre-ordered my book, make sure you do. I'm also gonna be going on a book tour. Here are all the dates underneath it. Make sure you come. I'm gonna sign your book for you. We're gonna have a great time, shake hands, take some pictures. If you are in any of those cities, make sure you come check it out. I hope you guys enjoyed this video. If you did, hit that thumbs up. If you're not a subscriber, be sure to subscribe. Remember, everything I use is always in the description down below. Thank you so much for watching. We'll see you guys on the next one. Take care, everybody. Bye-bye.